marks, which is going to be very important for him. Because Kindred pre-4 marks is very short range, and there's so much engage on the JDG side that it becomes really difficult to actually get a lot of damage out effectively without putting yourself in range of that.
Yeah, that's actually why I really like the UI update. So now he can track and see when he gets to that very coveted 4 marks that could be coming in sometime this game, or whether Kanavi can just completely deny him that. The counter game towards Kindred is a game in unto itself.
Absolutely, and like you were saying earlier, the lack of AP on the T1 side could potentially become an issue. We see 369 is playing grass. I am expecting him to probably go more of that tank route. Kanavi, of course, knows now that he has been spotted.
Yeah, Owner immediately blast cones his way over there. Kanavi trying to fight back, but already Owner is going to get the flash. He's into the brush, though, and Knight, he comes around in first blood for Kanavi!
What a flash from Kanavi, playing it so slow, and then early flashing into the brush. There's no vision there for Owner. Knight is already there on the roam, has the stun prepped, and it is first blood for Kanavi.
And that's such a high variance play. Yes, if you get the kill, it works out. With Kanavi keeping the presence of mind, spots the wards, gets the damage down, and then is able to make his way over. And even though Knight was shoved in, gets to the play first, has the shortcut. And as a result, JDG picking up a big early game lead.
Yeah, that was so aggressive here from Owner. The ward comes down, so he knows what's happening, and Kanavi is just playing this really, really calmly, just moving over towards the brush on the right side. He is one auto from that E proccing, and he's dead. He gets first blood there, and this becomes very, very well worth it. But the early W that was saved for the perfect time, then immediately flashes while still in invis, so that final auto could never come through. And then as soon as the stun comes out from Knight, Kanavi just pops right out of that brush, helps to finish him off. That was huge for JDG.
Yeah, fantastic heads up. Roam over as well from Knight. Faker, of course, was trying to get there, but it's just how it's going to work if you're in the enemy jungle. Owner overly aggressive, but see what T1 can do to get themselves back into this early game. I like the gusto that they're playing with, but it needs to work a little bit better than that.
And it does look like he actually got one mark. So one of the scuttles was able to pick up the mark off the scuttle, which is always really nice, getting that first early mark kind of for free.
Feels good.
Exactly. So going to be feeling good about that. And already moving out here around mid. Looks like it's just going to be a recall, though.
369 and Zeus, wet noodle fight towards the top side of the map. Really glad that we're up here checking it out. This is where all the high octane action is going to be going on.
We need to make sure that we know that they're both getting their grass procs. You got to make sure, and obviously, unless any jungle intervention comes in, this top lane matchup not expected to have anything going on in the early game.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, but the better traits are, sometimes you can whittle them down, create an advantage, and these are more the explosive side of tanks. It's not just an Ornn in this line, so maybe we'll see some action. Sante has been known to get some solo kills in his time.
Every now and then.
I like your optimism, absolutely do. Kanavi making a little bit of a peep into this bottom lane. Gamushi carrier going to respect it and do back away. Waves are just going to crash here once again. And having a look at some of the CS numbers, it is a T1 favored in that department, but still that first blood working out for JDG. And I don't think this early game is going to be super relevant this time around. You can see both of these teams, so much utility coming from that top side of the map, and it's Ruler on Jinx. And, Ruler was in the LCK for a while. He played this champion quite a lot, pretty good at what he can do in the later stages of the game, going back to some of my memories.
Yeah, absolutely is. And I'm going to be interested to see, are they actually going to be trying to challenge towards some of these early dragons, or is it going to be more of that play towards Herald? T1 is a team that really knows how to snowball in the early game. Heralds are a big priority for them oftentimes. They're so adept at actually setting up for these. They love to get the early swaps up towards top lane, love to try to play for that, really expand their gold lead.
And early objectives have definitely favored T1. Not a lot of focus on Dragon and things like that here for JDG. They like to wait until mid to late game. They generally just get a Baron and win. That's kind of how it's been working here at MSI. And we'll see whether that is going to be the case, because T1, they very much enjoy Baron. Baron is going to be the thing. We just wait until 20 minutes, and that's when you know there's going to be action. So if you've only got a little bit of battery on your phone, right, and like you're watching the stream and you need to have like this
maybe you're
time
almost
to
out
turn
of
the
data.
video on, yeah, you're almost out of data. It is 20-minute mark is probably your best bet.
There'll be a team fight.
Yeah, that will be it. That's when you turn the quality up, It's perfect.
And one way or another, I do expect to see the first fight break out specifically towards Herald. I do think Dragons, with how a lot of the games have played out, early Dragons don't matter nearly as much. We've seen teams kind of forgo that in favor of trying to get the Herald